How y'all doing this? Yeah. How y'all doing, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Apocalyptic Optimath channel with your unholy, unhumble host, the Apocalyptic Optimath. And if it's your first time joining my channel, welcome. Please subscribe, leave a like if you like what you hear, and if you don't, well, I hope my next video will be better. And so I'm making this follow-up video here because I don't want to sound like I'm women bashing. I'm not. I'm not. But there's a harsh reality to the dating scene. It's a harsh reality. It's a thing. And it's not easy to overcome either. You might not want to think about it this way, but it's actually hard to overcome. Like, it's a very heavy barrier to overstep. When you're an entrepreneur, you're mostly by yourself all the time. But nevertheless, there are good women out there. Like I said in my last video, not that one, the one before, I've been in a couple of relationships that were very healthy, and it didn't pan out because I fucked up in some way, shape, or form, so, or whatever, a mutual breakup or shit like that. I have been in good relationships. I've been in good relationships with really good women. So, there are good women out there, man. Sometimes people have differences of opinion or different ways of seeing life. So they just end up, breaking apart and going one way, the other one goes the other. That doesn't make the person a horrible person, that it's not somebody I never want to talk to again. Absolutely not. There's a lot of my exes there's a couple of my exes that I would gladly speak to again or have spoken to again without, wanting to, murder each other and shit like that, So there are good women out there, man. I'm specifically talking about the YouTube ladies, because there's a lot of them, and they're very pretty, which is why I keep saying red flag, because I'm like, dude, I would be all over you, like, so I'm surprised, because just because I'm a good guy, like, because I'm a good guy, but that I'm not shy per se. I might be reticent, I'm not shy. I have reticence, I will not approach a person and seem shy, but I'm not shy. It's just I don't know if I should approach this person. And specifically in the case of somebody that's always constantly being hounded by people, I don't know if you're like one of them, I don't know if you're one of those people. I don't know if you heard the rumors that these people are spreading. I don't know if you indulge in the slander. I don't know if you heard this slander. So I'm reticent. I'm like, I feel like talking to this person, but I don't know. This might end up, bad and shit for XYZ reason. Paranoia. It happens. But, that doesn't mean that I think this person is horrible because they didn't fucking give me a hint or a clue or something like that. It does suck. Like it does suck, but it's like it's not that bad either, And like I said, there are some good women out there, like there are some good. I think. I don't know what happened to the mystery lady that I was talking about the other day. It's very sad because, I thought that was a good person. In my head, I was kind of like, well, this girl's attractive. That's somebody I would like to know, and by surprise, this person kind of let me know that there was probably a chance, but then as soon as I took the opportunity, as soon as I took the chance, it wasn't a chance anymore. So I was kind of like, okay, well, that sucks. But this person doesn't even know how much I was actually interested in them. which is messed up. And now we don't talk, which we never spoke before. But, like, this person has no idea that I actually did like them before they even clued me in that they probably liked me, so that's sad, so that, and it's just an example of how, like, women sometimes kind of paranoid too. They kind of have this paranoia too about, like, the people they want to date. Like, you should get to know the person, talk to the person, like, get to know them, talk to the person, and it's not like I'm not new age, more or less, but I'm a very sexual dude, like, so, we can get in the bed and then get to know each other later. I don't mind, like, but there's some dudes that would trouble them, that would trouble them to be like, let me get to know you first and then we can jump in the sack. But there's exceptions to the rules, like me, where it's kind of like I don't really give a fuck what happens first. I'm gonna be there. You know what I mean? And I think that's a little bit of a green flag for me. I feel like that's a little bit of a green flag for me, because it doesn't matter how you're gonna approach me, I'm still gonna be interested in knowing you. Like, so just because we sleep together, like, if you're just as horny as I am and you want to sleep with me and shit, but you do have a mind for a relationship also, so, but you don't want to do it because you don't want me to judge you, but then we do end up doing it, I'ma still be there, after. I'm not gonna disappear, like, so, like I said, there's some good women out there, man. Like, I have wondrous stories about, like, women. I think women are magical. I have had dates. I went out with this white girl. Sorry for saying it like that, but I went out with this white girl once, and that shit was insane, man. I thought I was in the fucking movie. And it wasn't me that was doing the magic. It was her. And that happened to me more than once. Like, a beautiful date, like, remarkable, like, everything was perfect, you know what I mean? And I've said this before. I was like having dinner, and it almost made me uncomfortable because, I'm aware of my complexion, but the way she was acting as if, like, she didn't see that at all. Like, it's like she was colorblind, and like, I think even the people we were eating in the restaurant, and I think even the people in the restaurant was kind of like, does she know that he's black? You know what I mean? Like, I was like, am I getting punked here? Like, like, so, it was a beautiful date. I had one date with one girl. I swear to God, the whole day, she told me, like, we hooked up. She called me. She's like, yo, let's go see a movie and shit. I'm like, fine. But while we're on the phone, she's talking to me. She's like, do you like this song? And da da da. I'm like, nah, I don't like this song. I know the artist, but I don't know the song. And da da da. Oh man, I really love this song. So we go out. We go get something to eat, right? Before we got there early, right? So we go get something to eat at the cafeteria. And she's like, that's my fucking song. That's the song I'm talking about. That's the song I was telling you on the fucking phone. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Okay, so I'm listening, waiting for the food and shit. So now we're going at the food court. We got the food, so we go and sit down in the food court. The song is still playing. And then we go see a movie, and I think I'm the one that chose the movie. I don't even think it's her. And it was a new movie. It wasn't like an old movie. It was a new movie, right? So the whole fucking day, we kept hearing her song for the whole day in the food court, at the restaurant, at the end of the movie. I shit you not. If I'm lying, I am fucking dying, bro. At the end of the movie, the fucking song played. The fucking the end credit scene was her fucking song, bro. I shit you fucking not, bro. I was like, what in the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? Because she couldn't have known I'm the one that chose the movie, and you know, like it was magic, man. It was like magic, man. That was there was another thing. There was another thing, man. Shit. I met a girl once while I was drawing. Like I was drawing. I was sitting at the food court in the mall. I was sitting in the food court at the mall, and I was drawing the picture. And this girl approached me. She was like, she was fucking banging. She was smoking hot. She was one of my first girlfriends. I was way young, and I used to draw. You know, I would sit by myself and just draw. You know, at the mall and shit. And you know, I met a couple people like that, which is interesting actually. Like I've met people like just drawing randomly, like at the food court. I don't know why people approach me. Like I met like more than one person like that. That's kind of weird. So so yeah, so I'm sitting there and I'm drawing, and this girl approached me, and she's like smoking hot, you know what I mean? And she's like black mixed with Hindu, and she's like German and shit. So she's like, it's crazy. She looks exotic. Like it's crazy. Like green eyes, black skin, almost Chinese facial features. It was fucking crazy. It was nuts, man. She was one of my first girlfriends, bro. And that girl was sweet as a peach. You know, sweet as a pecan pie. You know, so there's good girls too. It's not just a bunch of crazy women, you know, that want to meet Tyrone. That you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's not just a bunch of crazy women that you know, or not. They're not crazy. It's just they miss Tyrone, man. They miss Tyrone. Tyrone has not been out for a minute, you know. So you know, I have incredible stories, and I don't really tell those stories. I don't really talk about those. I can talk about it on YouTube, but I can't really talk about it with other people because other people are not gonna take me seriously. They're gonna be like, you know, whatever. You know, like they're gonna give me the stink face. You know, they're gonna give me the stink face, and you know, it's not gonna be like, you know. So it is what it is, man. I'm a little bit excited because the justice system has finally proven to me that it works. You know what I mean? Last night, I got in an altercation with some folks. Illuminati. I got in an altercation with some folks, and you know, now these people are under investigation. You know, so you know what I mean. So you know, I'm real happy about that. You know what I mean. So anyway. Which is the reason why I made the other video. It wasn't to diss anybody, but I felt like, you know, 2 videos in a row, you know, people don't fuck with me like that. So I might as well make another video just to clarify the air, you know what I mean? Like, but I don't feel like that was insulting. And if it was, well, I didn't mean for it to be insulting. I'm genuinely asking the question, like, what is it about us that is like such a turn off? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not in every case. It's not in every woman, but it's like, you know, give me a hint. Like, let me know. Like, give me a clue. Like, tell me what's the 411. Give me a clue, because I don't have a clue, man. I don't have a clue, man. Like, I swear I don't. Like, I'm really good in relationship things and whatever, giving people advice, but there's some things I just don't know, you know, and that's one of those things, you know. Like, why is it such a turn off? Like, why is it not a turn on? You know what I mean? Because money makes me come. You know what I mean? You know, you know, like, you know, maybe money don't make you come, but money makes me come. So I don't know. I'm just wondering, like, what's up with that? Like, what's the deal? You know, I'm curious. You know, let me know. You know, and this video, I'm trying to explain to you that I don't see all women the same. Even though they are all the same, I don't see all of them the same, because they're not. You know, there's like, I had beautiful experiences with some, and some I had horrible experiences with. You know, like there's some girls that I went out with, there was no magic. There was no magic, bro. Like so, like, there was nothing. you know, like, and then there's women you go out with, it's not necessarily the magic, you just have a good chemistry. There's this one girl that I had great chemistry, we had great sex and shit like that, and I fumbled the bag. I straight up, I'm just gonna, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I fumbled the bag, bro. You know, so, but it wasn't her. It wasn't her fault. She was great. She was awesome. She was fucking fantastic, you know? So, you know, shit, man. I can't, man, whatever. I'm gonna just stop it right now. So it's not all women that are bad. It's just some have a different of opinions, and that's what I'm really trying to figure out. What is this opinion? Like, can you give me an honest and clear cut answer to, like, basically what I was talking about or what I'm saying? Like, how? Any answer will do. Like, your opinion, an actual answer, or an opinion, or a point of view. I don't care, but give us a clue. Like, let us know, because we're out here trying our best, and it's not good. It's like, it feels like it's not okay. It feels like we're doing something wrong. It feels like we're killing babies. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like we're killing babies, man. Like, so, you know, let me know, man. Come on now. But like I said, I had like beautiful experiences, man. There's another experiences I wanted to talk about, but I can't. Like, it's in the back. It's like on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember. But there was another magical experience I had with a woman once that was incredible. You know, but that shit right there, well, that was fucking crazy. Oh yeah, the white girl that I was going out with. Pardon for no pun intended, no offense meant. But the white girl that I was talking about earlier that didn't see that I was black. I like this song from Louis Armstrong, like La Vie en Rose, you know. You know, so we're walking downtown. So me and her walking downtown, we hear that song, right? And then, you know, but I got a special connection because I was kind of thinking about that song while we were on a date, but I know it wasn't me. I know it wasn't my magic. You know, I was too nervous to be charming. You know, I was too nervous to be charming. So it wasn't my magic. I know it was her. You know, she's romantic. Like some women, and when women are romantic, it's fucking powerful. Like, it's very magical, man. It's insane, bro. Like when women want to be romantic, it's insane. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, so we're walking downtown, that song plays, and then we go to we're walking next to the border, because there's like a port. We're walking in the port section of downtown, because the downtown is like it wasn't in Montreal, it was in another town. But so the downtown area is like, it's one straight line, and then there's a port where people get into the boats and stuff like that. So we're walking there, and there, you know, we hear that song. We get to the port, we hear the song again. We hear La Vie en Rose, and then we get to and then we go eat dinner. And at the dinner place, I shit you not, if I'm lying, I'm dying. I shit you not, the same song played again, right? I was like, what the fuck is this, you know? So women can be more than just good. They can be straight up magical, you know? And like I said, I know it's her, because she's like, it's her romantic heart. This is what she wanted. This is how she created that universe, you know? And I've met like 2 or 3 women that were capable of doing that, creating a universe. You know, they're the ones that were creating the date. I was paying, you know, I was paying for everything, and I was leading, or I taught, you know what I mean? Like, so I thought I was leading, but, you know, I was leading the best that I could do, but I was inside of her world. It was her world, man, and you know, it was dope. I like it. You know, I don't have a problem with it. It doesn't make me freak out. You know, it's unfortunate that those relationships couldn't go forward, because I'm like that too. You know, a little bit. I'm a little bit like that too. You know, because it takes two to tango too. You know, so you know, it's very unfortunate for these relationships, these women that I have missed the boat with, literally, literally missed the boat with, like, you know, it is what it is. But you know, nah, I'm not blaming. I'm not putting 1,000% of the blame on women. You know, I think some women have some red flags. You know, that's you know, if you're pretty like that, if you look that good, and you can't find a good man, you're not trying hard enough, or you're crazy. You know, like it's either you ain't trying hard enough or you are nuts. You know, so or maybe the love just ain't there anymore. You know, because like I said, like those women, those specific women, like that I was talking about, where they could like manipulate the space time continuum around them, with their hearts. It's because they were romantic at heart. Those women want to live those experiences, and because they want to live them, they do live them. You know, but the reason why maybe some women don't live these experiences because they straight up don't fucking feel like it. You know, like, give me a second here. So there was a little mishap. Somebody had a toilet incident. The toilet was clogged, so I had to unclog it. That's convenient. You know. So anyway, it was pretty messed up. It was really badly clogged. It was crazy. Um, I hope anyway. I hope everything's okay now. So yeah, like I said, women are magical, man. Women are magical. Women are fucking magical. Women are amazing. You know, but in the general sense, there is a kind of because these are isolated incidents, if I do say so myself. Pardon me for saying, but these are kind of like isolated incidents. It's not widespread, and I feel like the reason why it's not widespread is probably on purpose. It's probably on purpose. Maybe women have some form of resentment towards men these days, and they do. Let's not act like they don't. They do. You know, because women nowadays act like men, and men act more like women. You know, and that's facts. Not saying that all men are, you know, inherently feminine, but we kind of have this feminine kind of things when it comes to, because now men used to dick around a lot. Now men don't really dick around. They don't want to dick around. They're like holding their vaginas. They have their hands in front of their vaginas, and they're telling women no means no. You know what I mean? And women are kind of like, well, fuck that. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know, man. You know, I think women are great. You know, regardless of, you know, if they hate us and shit. My stint with women was satisfying. You know, and I think that there is space for more stints with women in the near future. You know, I have not given up on the female prospects. You know, I think it would be a shame if I did. You know, and there's some women that are jealous of other women too. There's some women that'll go to the extreme to ruin people's good time. Like, you know, they'll go to the extreme and be like, you know, oh well, you know, like, they're jealous. You know, they don't want you to have a good experience because they don't want you to see women for what they are. Because there's some women that hate other women. You know what I mean? And they don't want you to know They don't want you to know how special a woman is. They don't want you to know how powerful a woman is. They don't want you to know the magnificence and the beautificence that that women can provide in a relationship. You know, like I said in my last video, you know, some people might not have liked it. I don't know. But I did say this in not the last video, the video before that. I did say that women are a form of protection. They protect you from the bullshit. You know, like all the negative energies. They protect you from negative energies and shit like that. So the negative energies don't hit you as hard. So you can keep working and you can keep like being a workaholic, you know. But it's kind of hard being a workaholic when you're with a woman, you know what I mean? But shit, I mean, like when you're with a woman and you like your brain is focused, and you know, like, because at the end of the day, how long can you stay focused during the day? Let's be honest. How long can you be focused during the day? You're not focused 100% during the whole day, bro. So when you're sitting there with your woman and she loves you and she's carefree and she's touching you, she's, you know, being affectionate and shit like that, and it gives you hyper focus, man. It makes you hyper focus because you're not thinking about the bullshit. You're not letting intrusive thoughts come into you. You're not letting other people's emotions. There is no other people's emotion because it's only you and her, and that's what creates the protection. That's what creates the protection around you. You know, so you know, it's women do have value, and they do bring a certain amount of things to the table. Are those things equivalent to what a man brings to the table? You know, yes and no. You know, yes and no. I think it's a teamwork thing. I don't think that, oh, what do you bring to the table or what? No, I think it's more of a team. It's like your strength and her strength together makes one powerful entity. You know what I mean? It makes one powerful entity, you know? So, because at the end of the day, the male, we're doing the heavy lifting. You know, you protect us, but we're doing the heavy lifting, you know? Like, so, but the thing is, we appreciate your protection, though. That's the thing, though. That's one thing, though. Like, we might be doing the heavy lifting, but we wouldn't be able to do all that heavy lifting if you wasn't around, to be quite honest. You know, I mean, some people do, you know, but it's different. At the end of the day, it's different. It's not the same feeling. And the way the path that you're taking, you know, that you're you know, building to get there, it's a bit different too. When there's not a woman there, it's a bit shaky. You know, it's very, you know, it's not a straight line. When you're doing it by yourself like that at a very highly successful rate, you're going like this. You gotta admit it. You're going like this. You're not going like this. If you was with a woman, you would go like this, but you're not. So you're going like this because you're trying as hard as you can to get there. You know. So anyway, I'm gonna stop the video right there. I'm gonna see you guys on the next one. Have a good one, man. Peace out.